following is a quick guide on how to create a red line inside of IDP. Once you are inside any drawing, you will click on the menu at the very bottom of the options, and second to the left, you have the red line icon. Once you click on it, you'll be able to set the red linings that you want to do. As soon as you actually start drawing, the zoom level that you're at is going to be saved. So make sure that you're in an appropriate zoom level when you're about to start the drawing process. And then you basically have three options to derive from to do the red lines. This bottommost one is one that derives from the takeoff. You have the ability to set different symbols from the legend as preset symbols that you can kind of click and drag onto the drawing. I'll use this example of a check valve as an example. Once you click on that final one, by clicking on the canvas, it places it on the drawing, and then you're able to resize this accordingly to where you want to put it within the drawing. Once you're happy with the location, you click the checkbox, and it kind of just marks it at that place. The other type of red line that you have is a clouding. And this clouding kind of works in a counterclockwise looping fashion. So if I start from the top left, I'm just going to click in that location. Then I'm going to click below it, and it's just going to keep on creating the boundaries of my line until I'm happy with it. For me to close this gap entirely, I don't have to click all the way at the end. I can just click on this little draw option, and it'll close the loop for you depending upon where that last point is at. You also have the option of basically a freehand sort of red line. This will just sort of enable kind of like a penciling solution so that you can kind of draw whichever items or symbols you want to do respectively here, or lines. And if you want to add any type of text, you can also do so by clicking on this text box option right here. When you click on it, you then have to click on the area of the screen where you want to place that text, and it will allow you to place any text here. If you want to move this around, you just have to click on this moving option, and it'll allow you to replace it. And if you want to change the size of the letters, you can just click on this symbol to increase the font size, decrease the font size, or change the color accordingly as you please. Once you're happy with the text and the location where it's at, just click the checkbox once more, and it'll save that text location. Once you're done with your red line, you simply click the save option at the top right, and that will save your red line. And you can title this whatever you want it to be. Demo. You can add additional description if needed. And once you save this, it'll become part of the Redline inventory, which is accessible through this icon at the far right. You can see that if I click on it, it'll display the information. And if I click this edit option, I can see what were the additional details that were part of that Redline option. You can always come back to the drawing, visualize the redline, or delete it accordingly from here, as I can do, and it'll then go away. And that is how you create red lines in the IDP. One more thing to note is that if you wish to add additional options to the list of sort of predefined stencils for objects such as this check valve, all you have to do is go into the takeoff of IDP, and let me just navigate over to the takeoff. And once you're in the block classification inventory, you can select which of the icons you want to add as additional stencils for the red lines. As an example, let me go to the manual valve options. I'll filter through this, and let's try to get here, for instance, a regular gate valve. This gate valve in a horizontal alignment, I can go ahead and add this to the Redline library. Once this box is checked, now it will become an option for the red line that I can do inside of my drawing. So I can come back into the drawing where I was before, and once I try to create a new red line, I will now see that additional option for the gate valve as part of what I can add into the drawing as red line category.